Hey gamers, this is Liz Davidson Beyond Solitaire, and I'm back for my very favorite recording event of the year. We're doing the People's Choice Top 200 solo game commentary, and this is the first video, which is 101 through 200. I have some esteemed panelists with me, and I'm just going to let y'all introduce yourselves. Maggie, tell us about yourself.
Hello, I'm Maggie. I am one half, the themer half of Thinker Themer, which is a YouTube channel that I run with my wife Amy, who's the thinker. And yeah, I'm also the solo player of the house. So yeah, we usually review things, games from the two perspectives. Amy's more about the mechanics. I'm all about the theme. And I think that's probably why I feel like there's a correlation. I don't know, like, correct me if I'm wrong here, but there's usually quite a strong themer to solo player correlation. Fine.
I agree.
Yes. Or maybe you're just the better half. Okay. All right,
Love
Jeremy.
you,
Oh, hey. Hey, party people. Jeremy Howard from Man vs. Meeple. Been doing this for a long time. I'm happy to be back. I am one part of 3 at Man vs. Meeple, and I've been there for about 6 years now. And I love, as much as I love my friends, to come on over and enjoy a good old drink with your boy. There's nothing better than when they leave and I can play myself. While it's awesome that my son wants to play Title Blades 2, there's nothing better than when he leaves and I can play all to myself. All right. But I'm a solo gamer at heart. It's how I started. And, I will always be that way. So I cover solo content, but I cover a little bit of everything now.
Fair enough. And then Mike.
I mean, Jeremy, I'm going to remember that when I'm playing with you at PAX Unplugged, and I'm like, Jeremy just wishes he was somewhere else right now.
I think we go outside our box to be. We go outside our box.
Yeah, hello. I'm Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop. We cover cooperative and solo games primarily, and all of our playthroughs are solo. So I definitely love solo games, although I have gotten my 10-year-old and my 13-year-old into gaming as well. But Jeremy's right, especially for some games. I'm like, I could play with you and have the turns take 10 minutes, or I could play with just myself and have the turns take 2 minutes. Yeah. I can play through it 3 times.
Yeah. Incredible.
But by the way, I feel some shame. Like, Maggie's got a lovely blurred background. Liz has tasteful stuff. Jeremy's kind of being assaulted by games from all sides. And I've got like old bags for gifts. There's the gift bags over there. And my green screen that I should have put it up,
man. You're dadding it up.
Living your life, man. It's good.
My kids were literally like, "Why do you put up the green screen?" I was like, "That's a lot of work. I got to go to work in the morning."
I love it. It's more like a behind the scenes, like when you're having an interview and you just sort of seen the magic behind the set.
Oh, it's magical. That's a good way to put it.
So speaking of behind the scenes, before we get rolling, we do have to do some thank yous because this commentary and the list would not exist without the work of some amazing members of the solo community. So first, we always have to thank Kevin Erskine. This is his brainchild. He's been running it for years and years. And Kevin, we love you, man. Like, this list is the best thing our community has every year, and it's just magical, and we appreciate you. And because Kevin no longer has to do it by himself, so we've got a much more streamlined system for voting and for counting votes, thanks to the efforts of Tiago and also Zerbeek, who are BGG users who are thanked in the list. But go check them out, give them some geek gold, appreciate them because we have a more efficient list now too. That Kevin doesn't have to collect from getting geek mails and like figuring out what the heck we meant.
Is that what you used to do?
Yeah. You used to send him a geek mail of your top 20. And
it's funny, Liz. This is I've been on this video, this podcast, whatever it is, a few times. And this is the first year that I voted.
Mike,
after like 5 or 6 years. So I've never had to email Kevin. I just used the nice, lovely Google form. I was dragging my games in, adjusting their order. It was a great time.
Oh no, in the ancient times, it was different.
Maybe that's why I never did it before. It was more work. We were chipping on Mason.
That's chipping away the stones of like, my number one is.
Yeah. Okay. I love Kevin. I love the community. But I am offended. There are some games in this list right now that are outside the 200. I am not happy right now. Okay. There are some of my favorite games of all time. We got to talk. Okay.
We got to talk. Let's talk about it.
We got to talk. I'm looking at this.
What bottom listers are breaking your heart, Jeremy?
Some of this list is breaking my heart. We've lost touch where we came from. We lost touch from where we came from. People are loving their new Kickstarters and they forgot where they came from.
You know, it sounds like you're way down the list, but even in the looking at 101 Race for the Galaxy, that's a classic. And right underneath it, Onirium, and right underneath that, Agricola, and right underneath that, Legendary Encounters and Alien deck building game. That thing is amazing.
Can we spend some time on the ones that are not here? By the way, Massive Darkness 2 is not in the top 2. Are you kidding me?
I don't like that game.
Oh my God!
I've never played
design.
Massive Darkness 2. Massive Darkness 2.
Oh, I'm specifically talking about 2.
No way! Oh no!
Oh yeah, I think that's
not one.
I think that game's a mess, man.
Dungeon Alliance.
Yeah, Dungeon Alliance is great. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Come on. I mean, come on. I get some of these games have like
if we're starting out with the outside the 200s briefly, I'll go the opposite direction of Jeremy. I'm very happy to see some games charging in, although these are both very new, very large Kickstarter games this year. But Tidal Blades 2 that Jeremy mentioned went up 818 slots to almost make the top 200, 218. And then one of my personal favorites this year, Kingdoms Forlorn from the Aeon Trespass Odyssey team.
Yeah.
That went up to 206, just outside the 200. And with that being like a huge, expensive game, I think making it to 206 is pretty impressive because a lot of people, it's like KDM. It's just tough to even start playing that thing.
It's sad to see Leaving Earth kind of slide out of there. Leaving Earth is one of those games that I know a lot of people don't own because they don't ever print enough copies. And it is super mathy. But you know what? Honestly, a lot of solo games come down to that. And, and a little bit of risk here, and a little bit of risk there. And I absolutely love that game. I absolutely love that game. But it's, it's sad to see some of these go, right? It's like, okay, so some of these have to slide out if other ones go in. And like Elder Sign is right there. That's crazy. Next to Distilled, which is a newer game. It's crazy.
Yeah. This is also the graveyard of war games, which makes me really upset. So like REF is down here at 225. Let's see. I saw Thunderbolt Apache Leader in here somewhere. Warfighters at 204.
Yeah.
Pavlov's house is down here now. What is this crap?
I'm less sad by that. I'm actually like, as a cozy gamer.
Clans of Caledonia is one of the best board games, period. And yet it is outside of the top.
Although I've never played that solo. Maybe they're just playing.
No, it's good. It's good solo. It's very good solo. But yeah, it's just like, it doesn't always stick just because it's a great game. It doesn't necessarily mean the solo is great.
Hey, can I toot my own horn for a second?
Do it.
Exceed Fighting System, my number one competitive game of all time and one of my favorite solo games. I designed the unofficial solo mode for that, and it was not on the list last year. And 2 years ago it was 1523, if I'm reading this correctly. It's up to 858 right now, and I feel for an unofficial solo game, for a game that's like barely even in print right now because they lost the IP deals with all of the seasons that they have. That feels pretty good. I'm happy to see it there. It's great.
You get it, Mike. So my version of Oath Solo with Ricky Royal is not out yet, but I just want to point out that Oath Clockwork Prince clocked in at 319.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
Is it on its way up?
Actually, yeah. I'm going to tell myself it's because people just can't wait to see what we got cooking.
Yeah. It's a trend. Got to watch the trend. Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is going to come up a little later. Okay, cool. All right. I got it.
But I do want to point out what this means, which is that, just because something's at the top of the list doesn't actually mean that it's better than things that are further down the list.
Right.
There's some real treasures down in here. And it is worth a full look at the spreadsheet when they release it because there's some good stuff. Really
People
good
ask
stuff.
where the games are. I'm like, there are so many solo games, man. There are so many good solo games out there. You're just, I understand what people are fishing for, but most of the time you're going to find that people are telling you about the newest stuff. And there's just so many good ones. Like when I came into the hobby, like back into the hobby in like 2016.
Yeah.
I mean, I was catching up then, in a sense. So it was like, solo game was becoming newer, but there were still some solo mode games that got me into the hobby and got me started, So I tell people, like, go back 17, 18, 19 and check out all these games that just start to hit that doesn't have solo in it. Back in the day.
Yes.
I mean, I just played. I just recorded this morning. I don't know if this will be on the list anywhere. I don't think it ever has before, but a little game called Spirit Island.
Yeah.
I just played that. I haven't played it in. I looked at my statistics. I haven't played that in a year and like 3 months. So it was great to get back to it. And that one's. I mean, how old is the original Spirit Island now? Is that 6 or 7 years? Is it 2016? That old?
Oh my god.
Yeah, 16 or 17.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I just think of
This made me feel old
we'll
now.
discuss that game when it's at the top. Jesus.
No, I'm sure it's.
What is it? Top 8? Like
Who knows? Who knows
Right.
where it'll be?
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
it slipped off this year.
Could be in the
We'll
next
discuss it
video.
when we
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably not a 101 to 200.
Yeah.
All right. So, kind of looking at this 101 to 200, as we mentioned, there are a bunch of just real treasures in here. If you had to pick one to rescue from this part of the list and push
I
it
would
up,
move it up.
yeah.
From-
What would you move up? Because there's some good stuff in here.
Look, speaking of classics, like Palm Island is one that I constantly reference back to. Like whenever I see a game that's like doing the upside down and like even like using cards in like that way, I always go back to that. And it's just so clever and it's so resourceful with with what it does. It was kind of like almost like one of the original sort of wallet type games. And I don't know if that's actually accurate, but it's like it was one of the OGs for me. And so it's just I would want to keep it. Don't slide any further, please.
Oh my gosh. If you take a look at like 120 to like 135, there are some very good games in this area right here. I mean, like for me, Darwin's Journey is one of my favorite board games, period. And the solo mode in that is very challenging. And it's already a very tight game. And I love that it pushes me to become a better player. So now when I play with other players, I still lose, but I'm better.
That's what it's all about.
It's on BGA,
Improvement.
by the way. You definitely want to try that one out. Absolutely
Darwin is
love
great.
that game.
For me, it's not really rescuing. It only dropped 4 slots this year, but Root is at 132. And that's probably, I did a top, like I said, I voted in the top 20 list for the first time in a while. And Root was on there. Although I totally understand, like I think the Clockwork Automa is tough to run. It can be kind of intimidating. But yeah, for me, like the crazy asynchronous, like chaos you can get into just throwing those bots together is a ton of fun. I've literally played that game 0 player, where I've just had some bots fight each other just to see what would happen, like a real nerd. So yeah, Root's a great one, and it's at it's still here. It's at 132. It's not
Still
bad,
there.
but I could see it being higher.
I got work to do. I know.
Oh right, yeah, that had nothing to do with Liz being involved with the company. That was just my personal thought.
No. I'm just actually glad that bot is still alive, so that Benjamin and I can try to breathe some life into it the next couple of years, hopefully. So.
Maggie, what you got? What do you like? What kind of games do you like? Which one do you see in this kind of list? I want to pick your brain a tad here.
Look, something that I thought was interesting. Obviously, Glass Road has been one of those. As an Uwe fan, that's been one of those kind of classic people will always kind of reference, like, oh yeah, the Glass Road solo. I never actually played the Glass Road solo myself, but the not quite re-implementation, but Black Forest, which was kind of a newer version of bringing in those, not newer version, it was actually, I think, the original version that then Glass Road took out bits and became what it is. So I actually really, really enjoyed that solo. So, and that's not even on this list at all. And it was a release from, I think, last year.
Yeah.
So it's one of those titles that, sort of comes out and it can sort of disappear through through the bulk of everything else. So I was even like looking through the entire list. It's like, no, it's not even pinged at all.
Call it.
So
it came out during what I call the Sea of Euros time. This is the time where all the Euros that come out from like September to the end, like literally the end of December, and it's like, here are the 5, and then the other 50 we forgot about.
It's too easy to just fade.
I got
the other one that jumped out. Yeah, sorry.
I got one that I'm surprised is hanging on. It did go back 55 slots, but it is worth it. it is worth to stay on this list, and that is Paper Tales. Now,
That's a good one.
Paper Tales, like it is that's a perfect game of like it is so forgotten. It's on super sale probably all the time. It's actually on super sale, and you probably don't even stop and look at it. But the good thing about this game is the interaction with like attacking from both sides is what the thing is that gets everybody in multiplayer. It plays out somewhat the same, but it's not as like I'm destroying everything in the multiplayer. I mean, in the solo, and it's got more of a direct conflict with the king. I think it is. It's like a king thing where these cards keep coming out. I think that game. I think that game is really impressive. I did not expect that from the expansion at all. I didn't expect the expansion to do so much for this solo game, but it's a really good card game. So it's like one of those games you can take with you. I used to keep it in a bag and take it with me in my backpack and just whip that out. I tell you, Paper Tales, you can probably get that with the expansion. And I think they even came with an addition with like, there was another expansion, I think there was, and they have it in one box. And it's probably like $30, $40. Like, and it's amazing. Right in my wheelhouse where I always say like Warp's Edge is like the best $35 purchase.
Yeah.
And like Warp's Edge and Bullet are like the two best $35, $40 games there are, pound for pound. I would put that game, like, that would be the game before those games came out where I'd be like, hey, this is a great game. This is a great $30 game. So give that one a go.
But Jeremy, instead of buying all three of those games for a combined cost of $100, I could back a $300 game on crowdfunding that no one has ever played. That's thinking. That's strategy.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to call it
not shots fired at any solo gamers.
Yeah.
That's
the shots fired. It's okay. We can get spicy out here. So I mentioned there's some really golden oldies in here. I'm obviously a great lover of things like Baseball Highlights 2045.
Yep.
I'm about to rebuy that. I think people in my Discord keep bugging me. I don't have a copy anymore, and I've been wanting to play it again.
But there are some things on here that I think really need to go back up. Like I am very confused that Ashes Reborn is this low.
I am too.
I wonder if it's a marketing issue because Ascendancy came out this year, and it's hard to know like what's what.
I can speak to that. I think it's not just because Ascendancy is just starting to deliver. At least according to people on our Discord, like it's just shipped. I think it just landed in the US and is starting to deliver. But prior to that, remember the whole reason they went into this new Ascendancy model and like this print on demand model that they're doing. This is Plaid Hat I'm talking about. Is that they've been completely out of the master set, like the best entry point to the game for like a year or more, I think. Yeah. And you could buy the solo co-op expansions, Corpse of Virus being like the starting one, but you couldn't play the dang game because you didn't have like the dice and the tokens and everything. So I expect with Ascendancy shipping soon next year, this might bounce back into the top 100 because it's one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah. I think it's really good. I just think that, I'm wondering if the sale model is hurting it. At least
it should. I don't know. Now it'll actually be available again going into 2026, so
yeah,
I think that might help. We'll see.
I also want to shout out Renegade. So I know that
I was
Renegade
just about to get into that. We have to have
I was thinking that too.
So Renegade and Deckers, I'm pretty sure from the vote, right, got combined. But Renegade is now reborn as Deckers. I see Renegade. I have them both too. They got Renegade, and I see Deckers in the show.
See how quick I grabbed that? You see how quick?
Yeah, I got Deckers around the corner.
I just see a bright future for that one because I got Deckers. I was gonna play it anyway because I love Ricky, but man, that's a great game. It is so good.
It's a perfect. It's one of those great examples of a game that like it might be hard to love because it's so clunky, right? It's clunky to get started. You're like, this graphic design, no, like there's just things. It's like you're doing so many things to make me not like you. then you play it and you go, oh,
I can fix him.
There's some genius in this thing here. There's some potential in this thing here.
At the same time, though, having like just played Deckers again recently, I am curious. I mean, there's still those Mage Knight, like crunch loving solo gamers out there, of course. But I think you could also play it, be like, oh, this graphic design isn't that great, and then get your butt kicked because you didn't realize what the gold, mission was gonna be, and you get totally destroyed. And the suggested tutorial mission is like Ricky like choking you and being like, you think this game's easy? What are you gonna do? So I can see some people playing it and be like, this game's impossible, and putting it down. And never coming back.
On that, I just ran a podcast episode of an interview about this with Ricky today, and he was cackling and mentioning that he's fixed some stuff in Deckers because in Renegade there really are some like basically unbeatable scenarios, and he thinks that's funny. Mr. Sweet, like gentle voice, like teaches Mage so patiently. That did want you to suffer, and I'm here for
That's
it.
just mean. I feel like there was a time where it's like the sign of a solo. I don't know if it's like we went through a period where it was like solos are meant to be like punishing and really, really difficult and just almost impossible to beat. And then it's almost like we're like, you know what? Maybe we do want to have a go and like place. So I feel like for one, I'm glad that sort of eased up a bit. I'm not saying get rid of the impossible to beat scenario, but I like to be able to at least have a chance.
I think
most games are. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Jeremy.
Go ahead. No. I was gonna say most games. I was trying to think of like when that changed, because it's like the sea of change. Like Spirit Island was like that in the beginning to most people, right? Yeah. But I'm thinking like maybe Stonemaier Games was like the first one to kind of ease off a little bit and just say, hey, like I can give you a challenge and we can give you levels of challenge, but you're gonna have a lot of fun. You're gonna have an opportunity, and I think it also was easy to learn. You know, like everything was way more freer and easier to learn. Whereas I do feel like, hey, the AI has to pay no resources. They can go anywhere they want. They have no,
like, and everything gets multiplied by 20 at the end. It's like, what?
The only response to this, y'all, is get good. No, kidding.
Right.
We've also seen the rise of, I think, cozy gaming as a thing.
Yeah,
we are.
That's my wheelhouse right there. Yeah,
we're wanting something else from our gaming lives. Like I like a good crunch, but sometimes I just am tired and stressed. The world is kind of on fire a lot right now, and so it is very nice to have something that doesn't hurt.
Well, on that, can I call out a game here that is like it almost. And in a way, kind of, So there's again, Ayla and Something Shiny that is that presents itself as this really, really cute, really, really cute critter, and like that's what initially drew me in. It's gameplay wise, I felt it was quite engaging. The story and like the illustrations great, and then so there's just as a warning, there's a bit of a bait and switch for kind of cozy gamers with that one, but it's definitely like worth having the experience. I would just say maybe take some liberties with not redoing an entire game if you're needing to, like if you've kind of played a few times and you're like, well, no, now if you because there can be a little bit of luck involved in some of the later stages. So if you just want to kind of advance the story, not that solo gamers none of us ever cheat or ever gone. Let's say that just was one
Solo Mulligan.
Solo Mulligan. I like that.
Yeah, we didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I'm a huge evangelist of Isla, and it looks like this is
it's
first year. It's it rose up. It was on the list, but like in the 300s, it looks like, and it's 186 or no 186. Yeah,
186. It's gone up 30.
Or 30, I'm sorry. I was looking at the Forge underneath. But yeah, I love this one. I played it with both my kids when they were younger. The like first edition before North Star got involved with it. And I had to do a lot of yada yada. Let's skip this part. Don't worry, they're fine. They're not dead. Stuff.
No spoilers. But
nobody dies. It's great.
There's nothing going on. Yeah, there's nothing.
Oh God. I guess you could technically play it solo, so I'll just bring this up. So I bought Cat in the Tower at Gen Con because I liked watching people try to play with it, and I thought it was cute. Then I read the book. Oh my God. Like
don't know much about it.
It takes a turn. I love
it's basically like mom's dead and I have to climb the tower to meet my mom again. And it's like this a really hard tower building dexterity game. No.
On the topic of something like Isla making the top 200 for the first time, I just wanted to call out a few if any of y'all have any connection to these. Distilled was 201 last year and went up 1 to be in the top 200. Love the solo mode for that with its little like
very clever. Yeah, so thematic in the way that mechanically it works.
Say again, Liz.
That's David Digby, right? Is he the one who did it?
I don't remember who did the solo.
Oh, the solo. Sorry.
Hold up.
Sure.
Yeah, it's David. It's Paverson Games. I know that for the.
Yeah, Patterson.
And then now we got Luthier, which is awesome. So they're doing good.
Wisconsin's own Dave.
Dave Beck, is that his name?
Dave
Yeah,
Beck,
I think it's Dave Beck. Yeah.
Well, while Jeremy looks to find out who the person is,
You could have been on BGG and read the whole description.
that's right. I also want to shout out Wondrous Creatures, which I think got wider distribution this year, but I adore that one. Like that's one of my favorites.
You know what's
year.
crazy is that game takes too long when you play multiplayer. It doesn't take too long when you play by yourself.
See, I've only played it 2-player and 1-player, and it's been perfect both of those. If I played it
Also,
4-player, I'm sure you'd be right.
I did look it up. Dave Beck is the designer of Distilled, but the solo mode designer is in fact David Digby.
Hey.
Oh, well done. Yeah, nice.
So yeah, Wondrous Creatures hit 195. Fate Forge, which I think was my game of the year last year,
Yeah,
awesome
Fate Forge
campaign
is
game,
awesome.
got 187. Oh man, Rome, Fate of an Empire. Have y'all played that?
Not
No.
yet. I
No.
got it on order.
Oh man, so that's for all you solo people listening, it shot up from 1392 to 166. That's a climb.
That's impressive.
Wow.
That's a big climb.
I think the reason is I think it had been a PNP before, and then Gabe Barrett did like an actual release. But yeah, anybody, if you don't know it already, Rome Fate of an Empire is basically Mage Knight, but different and Rome. But if you like Mage Knight, you'll probably like that one. It's very, very similar mechanics in a lot of ways.
I'll just throw in Coffee Roasters was one of those that I just adore. It's a great, great solo game. Impossible to win. I don't think I've ever made a cup of coffee.
No.
Ever. It's like I cannot for the life of me ever roast the thing correctly, but I enjoy it every time. I think that was one of those that came out around that time of like punishing is best, but I still enjoy just trying to get there. Yeah.
What a cute design. Just a cute little design. It's cozy. You definitely want to have a cup of coffee while you're playing it, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You also want to play a nice cup of tea.
You can be mean and cozy at the same time if it's coffee roaster.
I got one.
Wait, Jeremy, did you just say a nice cuppa, the button shy game?
Yeah, nice cuppa.
I freaking love that one, man. That's next to my bed. I just play it like twice before I go to bed sometimes. It's so quick and fun.
It's a really good game. It's kind of a must-have if you like button shy games.
Yep.
I got a game that's so far off the list, and I'm not saying it belongs on there, but I want people to know about it. It's called Endangered.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why I like it is because it's about conservation as well. It's like protecting these animals. And each one of the scenarios that they have, and they're still making scenarios to this day, about animals that are endangered. And it's really like a puzzle on how you keep them from being erased. And it's got like a little bit of the puzzle of figuring that out, but then also it's not the puzzle, but it's like the card play of like the people protecting you and kind of like protecting the, the animals across the world. And like, I just find that game a design that I didn't think had any legs at all. And to this day, I still buy every time.
I remember even when I played
them all the time. No, I haven't played all of them, but it's a game that keeps on giving. I mean, I still have all the stuff because I just was like, man, this really does speak to me. And I move my games around a lot. Like I get rid of a lot of games, and that one has stuck with me for a while. It's still sticking around. I love it.
So, Mike, you've given your kind of super off list love, which is Exceed. Jeremy, you've given one. Maggie, what is the game that you love that is like the most kind of down the list? That you're like, damn, that's low.
There's one that I couldn't. Let me actually see if it's even in there.
All right, while you're looking, I'll call out.
It is actually. It's 586, and that hurts me. It's the ultimate cozy game. It's Stardew Valley, the board game. Now, I play it with my own kind of hacked completionist variant, which I've put out. Like it's on BGG, and it's like just like with the video game. If you're a fan of the video game, it actually creates that whole like really like it essentially makes it into a campaign game, and you're just like it's just more of physically being in that virtual world that anyone who's a fan of Stardew would love to be in, but you now actually get to play with the cards and touch some of the tokens of the things. So it's just Yeah, but it's so far down, and it shouldn't be.
Well, I'm still holding the torch for number 684.
Love it.
Which is Stilicho, Last of the Romans. That game
Yep.
slaps. It's from Hollandspiel. It's like a print on demand. You have to off gas it when you open them up because it's a little stinky from Blue Panther. but it's by Robert Dulesky, and it's a really wonderful like States of Siege multi-use cards game where you're trying to like fight off invaders as one of Rome's greatest generals, but you are half barbarian, and so there's problems politically at home. The emperor is an unreliable child, and you just have a mess on your hands. It's a delight, and I really, really love it. And yes, it was actually in my top 20, I'm pretty sure.
The emperor is an unreliable child. That doesn't sound familiar. It's very weird, very unlike. Anyway, I'll stop.
Yes, that's never happened.
Hey, is Deep Rock Galactic on this list at all?
That's a great one. And yes, 283.
Oh, maybe I'm hitting my search wrong here. Okay, I was about to say, are you kidding me?
I mean, that one I can understand. It's fantastic game, Deep Rock Galactic. It is expensive, and
no, it's so expensive. I just wondered if it was on here at all. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Well, and especially it doesn't really come to life with me unless you have the missions expansion.
Yeah, you have.
That's like another like $70. Yeah. Like each of the expansions is so expensive.
It is a very. It's gatekeep by its expense. It is.
Yeah,
but it is
buy
worth
2 copies of Paper Tales for one expansion of Deep Rock Galactic. I want to. There are several games that are completely new this year to the top, 101 to 200. 2 of my favorites are in there. Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game, I think is fabulous. I mean, I do like it more for co-op than solo, but it's really good solo. That made it to 110. And then if any of y'all have played Core of Discovery, adore that one for cooperative and solo deduction, and that's 125. So really cool to see both of those on there.
Yeah, I think to see a couple of these games hold really well too, even though G.I. Joe deck building went backwards, that whole deck building system is really good. Yeah. Like even the My Little Pony one is good. Okay, they're all good. Like
I heard this. I haven't played it.
Don't they have a crossover with like
one? The G.I. Joe one, like they're all good. I like it. It's something about that system that just works out really well. I'm quite surprised, but I'm happy that it's still right there. And here's another one, that Fantastic Factories. This goes to show you where I came from. So that game, I remember when I was still blogging at the time, and the guy, I can't remember his first name, but he asked me, did I want to cover the game? And it was like one of my first like engine builders, like, cause that's like a dice placement game or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just went nuts on it. I love that game. I absolutely love that game. And I will tell you, if you're newer to solo gaming, it actually would be pretty good because it teaches you like good basic flow of iconography. And it also has that real quick, rewarding feedback loop to it where it's like, ooh, now I got these dice. I'm going to put this here, here, and here. And you get that feeling whether you're playing with other people or you're playing by yourself. And I think that one is sweet, a sweet spot for like newer solo gamers.
Yeah. I also want to call out, so I do really feel like for me, the theme of like this part of the list is there's some rising stars, but it's also sort of like the current resting place of the old gods of the hobby. And so there are a whole bunch of Oniverse games in this segment. Yeah. So Onirim is the highest, but I've also, Arion was down there, and Siberion is in here. And if you're a solo player who wants to like really dig into a specific mechanism, Shadi Torbe is like the king of taking just one thing and like distilling it all the way down and then adding some cool expansions on top of it. So all those Oniverse games are, they're solo classics. I still have the entire series, and it's really, really wild to think about how I think Onirim used to be top 10 in the early days of the list. And so seeing it this far down is both sad and like, I don't know, maybe a testament to how much growth our segment of the hobby has had. Like it's it's sad and it's a beautiful thing because it means that like we, there'll be plenty of kvetching about how the top of the list is always the same, but like it only feels that way until something changes because the Onirum used to always be up there.
And I think you see it though, but you see it that the fact that they're moving back, I also don't see it as a bad thing always, because it's like you gotta, like, we've been around long enough to see this as content creators and just gamers as a whole, but it's like,
yeah,
okay, so then what games stand on the shoulders of that giant, right? Like those are giants. Like what stand on the shoulder of that has similar feeling, or it's like, hey, that replaced that for me, like that kind of thing. But you got to realize what that was and what you're replacing with, like, that's still a great game,
Yeah.
And that's the game that you would give to a friend and you go, hey, I highly recommend this. Now, for me, the Omniverse is just a bunch of games to me. It's not good. I don't like them. But
it's allowed. We'll permit it.
But I know
I'm gonna quietly remove Jeremy from this.
The thing is I know that it's done so many great things for the community. It is great to see like a game that has been on so many top 10 lists for so long in solo gaming to still be hanging on multiple games on top. So that's a testament to how awesome that publisher has done and its effects on the community.
Well, speaking of game holding on, Space Hulk Death Angel.
I was about to say, you can't even get that anymore.
It's down to 113. It's down to 113. So it was in at least the last 2 years and probably the last 3 or more years. You can't even buy that. You haven't been able to find that game for years. I found a copy. I got one and I played it recently and I was like, oh, this game's still great. But yeah, like the fact that it's just hanging on for dear life with everybody who has their copies from however many years ago that came out. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, you can pry that out of my cold dead hands.
And the funny thing is, that's talk about games like Maggie said that are built to be hard. That game just wipes you off the map 9 times out of 10. It's still a great time.
That die, man, the red die that gives nightmares.
Oh man, I have to house rule. It's about a 0 is like the best instead of the worst result, like no damage instead of you die automatically, because that's so punishing.
Hallertoes in the top 200.
Slow clap.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, one more I want to say I think is too low. I think Sky's Here Horde's too low.
Oh yeah. I actually like that one slightly more than Ashes, and I think it's like 10 below or 15 below Ashes.
Yeah, it's hanging out at 142.
Tell me about what you like about that one so much.
I like the tower defense, and I like anything that has a whiff of deck construction.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't do the deck construction at all. I just love, I'm an old Magic the Gathering, original Legend of the Five Rings, original Netrunner player. So I just love like kind of interesting card play and combos and things. And that one's a great one for solo co-op.
Yeah, just give me interesting card interactions, and I'm like very excited. It's really
Jeremy's just going to the see. I
gotta remember if I still have it.
No, look. I found a game. It's called
I
Paper
see if
Towel.
I still have it. I've been trimming it down a lot.
Anybody not watching the video? I'm sorry. This is what's Liz bringing up?
I've got Machiavelli, the game. Actually, I'm actually currently making Machiavelli the game, but it's not solo at all at the moment, so we won't worry about that.
Oh my gosh. Maggie, any other ones? Oh yeah, go ahead.
I got tea. I don't have anything that I can reach for immediately. But yeah, like on that, what was it that there was something else that I had jumped out. I remember the first game that I played solo, I think, Liz, because you mentioned tower defense, and like the first solo mode I ever did was Castle Panic.
Oh yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah, that was a classic, and then later on, I realized I don't actually enjoy tower defense, so I no longer play tower. But at the time, it was like, this is so cool. Amy's not here, and I can still play. This is amazing. So, and it's like sitting in the 500s or something right now. So it's not like, but yeah, that's the other one that, jumped out.
Also, I just want to, like, thinking about these kind of memories, I feel like a lot of us kind of got back into gaming, or like we're starting to make blogs and channels and stuff around the same time. Like I started my site in 2016 as well, Jeremy. And, I don't still have the game. I don't think it needs to be higher on the list necessarily. But looking at Hexplore It, Valley of the Dead King over here at 130, that was one of my very first review copies. Mm-hmm. And it was one of my early like tutorial videos that like did really well. And it is crazy. Like I'm happy for it that it's still here. And also, like, it feels like it was so long ago.
Well, but they've kept releasing new sets, and then they've done these campaign books that add like campaign modes and more narrative to some of the original sets.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that they collapsed all of that in, and that it's just anybody
No.
who likes to explore it in general.
Good old Jonathan Mariucci, Mr. Wisconsin as well. Wisconsin, we have some good designers up here, over here in Wisco. He's actually got a new game that's not Hexplore It.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he's been one thing. If you are interested in Hexplore It, like now, so this is like it's kind of Mage 90 Adventure. It's kind of Adventures to Link kind of game. You're going about, and you got these little squeegee boards where you're kind of keeping your stats and stuff. And it's a dice game, but it's a true adventure game. Like if you have a big table, you're going to be laying this out. You're going to be playing it for like, get your cup of coffee, sit here and play out a game for the morning or the afternoon or whatever. And you're going to go on this big board adventure quest that you created by how you travel in the game. And I always love that about it. But one of the cool things you can do if you look up Mariucci's designs and you look up Hexplore It, he plays his game all the time. If you want a tutorial on the game, he plays it all the time. Like every single expansion, he has his camera down and he just plays and he talks to himself. And I mean, he absolutely loves his game. And that's what really hooked me into his designs, because it's like, yeah, I do that too. So I'm like, I go on my quest, and I love that about that game. I'm glad Hexplore It is successful. It deserves it.
Yeah.
And it does pay off. Yeah.
All right. So we should draw this video to a close soon, but it's always fun to do a prediction. So of the games that are down here, we talked about Deckers / Renegade, so not that one. But are there any other games down here that you think are going to pop off in the year to come? I'm going to go on a limb. I don't think it's a limb. I'm going to say Dragons of Etchenstone because Chip Theory is going to release it. And that means that it's going to be done in a fancy quality and not like a P&P. And people are going to have it literally in their hands. So talk about missing like Palm Island. And so I think Dragons of Etchenstone is going to see a big hop.
I would say Primal the Awakening. It's been jumping up like 30. It's in 123 right now. Yep. They're going to do a new crowdfunding campaign with like more expansions. I think that always kind of invigorates it and gets people playing it again. So I could see that maybe cracking the top 100 next year.
Good one. I'm not quite sure. I think looking at trends, Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game. I'm not a big fan of the IP, but that did a great job as a co-op even to really be thematic in what you're trying to achieve as you're kind of progressing through the game. And it's debuted at 110. So I feel like the more people play it, it'll probably kind of keep going up.
Well, and also I would imagine, because Two Towers is going to be like at PAX, I think, in limited numbers, and then like actually release 2026. If they combine them, because I haven't played it yet, I think it's coming soon, but I'm assuming it'll be similar mechanics and probably will get combined on the list. So if you have like multiple ones from the same series, that'll only help it bump up.
Yeah.
There's a game that's not on the list that showed up on the list and it went like 1,000. It went up like 1,000. I was like, whoa. That is Dragon Eclipse.
Yep.
I'm serious. The more people who get their hands on that game, like they're gonna love it. They're going to love that game. Like it just, I don't know. It's Pokemon, man. Like it really is Pokemon. Like it. I know there's another one coming out that's like Digimon or whatever. Like the digital, that one's good too. It's going to be solid. I think it's going to be solid when coming off the prototype and whatnot. But I think Dragon Eclipse is going to continue to rise. Like I think even like the fact that the initial resale market, I think those people played the game and they go like, oh man, this is good. This is good. And I think now that they're coming back to the well, I think more people are going to have their hands on it. A lot of trades are going to happen, right? Like a lot more trades and sells and purchases. And I think the more people do break that box open and actually make it through that long tutorial, they will enjoy themselves. Definitely enjoy themselves. Beautiful, beautiful game, Awakened Realms. I was actually surprised to see it that high. But it's definitely up there. It's definitely up there.
All right. So, any last thoughts before we move on to the next chunk of the list?
Ready to go. Ready for
Yeah.
the next. Let's go.
This time-
There's
this
so
time
many
it's-
games coming out. There's
it's
just like
half as
this
big.
area. It's always
Yeah.
Don't
I just
forget
want to
about your
reiterate
game.
there's some
Don't forget about your
absolute gems, diamonds down in this part
Yeah.
of the list. Do
Mhm.
not underestimate something just because it's not in the top 100.
Right. Yep.
yes. Agreed.
All right, everybody. We'll be back. Well, we'll be back in a few minutes, but to y'all, it'll be a few days. But until we meet again with more lists to discuss, happy gaming, everybody.
Bye.